Hello, love warriors, and welcome back to the Breaking Out of Toxic Cycles series. My name is Jessflo. I am a life coach and spiritual guide. If you are new to my channel, welcome. We talk about how to increase your energy, your vitality in different areas of life. This series specifically is about how to break out of toxic cycles. I'm sharing, you guys can share with me in the comments. If you guys have questions, I'll answer the questions. You can always DM me on Instagram or write to me on my email. So today we're going to be talking about depression. Depression is such a heavy topic. It's such a straining topic. But I do want to keep it lighthearted. So when I was depressed, there were so many things that were happening around me, but it felt like nothing was happening at the same time. It felt like I was stuck in a moment and all I wanted to do was just nothing. Literally, I just wanted to do nothing. I couldn't wait to move out of the house, and that's exactly what actually got me out of my depression, moving out of the house, because I started to experience new things that reignited a spark in me and made me feel the opposite of what depression made me feel, which was nothing. While I was depressed though, I did buy a book called Stomp Out the Depression, and I was hoping, since there was nobody to help me in that journey and to come towards me, that I'd be able to find an answer in the book that would help me get out of that feeling, that cloud, that darkness, that isolation, that loneliness. And there was the good journaling prompts in there. There was things that I did try out, but because the people around me, sorry, she's choking on milk. She's drinking too much. And because the people around me, journaling is not for everyone, and talking about having those deeper conversations, people are going to ask you why are we doing this, what's the point of this, what do you expect to get out of this, because they don't really see where this is going, especially if you've never done it before, right? So it was kind of a touchy or a vulnerable ask from me, and a vulnerable ask for me as well, right? But not just for me, but the people that I was asking to embark on this journey of vulnerability with. So I wasn't able to do that. Like, it didn't work, basically. The only thing that worked for me was getting out of the house, meeting new people, having new experiences, and opening new doors to new beginnings, a new chapter. That's what worked for me. So new chapter, new beginnings, and I got to experience the opposite of depression, and experiencing the opposite of depression made me feel like, wow, that was a lot, that was a burden, that was heavy. I like this me better. I feel lighthearted. I don't feel like I need to go about things myself, and I don't want to go back to that isolation and that lack mentality, that everyone is against me or that nobody understands me, because it was a really dark cloud. All right. I did want to talk about the technical term, but I'll do that at the end. For those of you that are feeling like you're depressed and you're in that cloud and you're in that darkness and that you don't have someone to turn to, the first thing I would say is, even if it's a light heartbeat, a light skip, a light excitement, any emotion besides the one of nothingness that you feel in your heart, follow that. Let that be your thread that brings you to the surface. And so what that means is, if you feel like, I do not feel heard, I don't feel loved, I feel like I can turn to nobody, follow that thread and shout that out. Say it to anybody that you can. If you're with your parents and you say it to your parents, I don't feel heard, I don't feel loved. If it's not your parents that are responding, say it to a relative, say it to a friend. I guarantee you that there is somebody that will at least respond to that and that will react to that. And if you don't have anybody like that in your life that you can actually go to and say that, yell it to the universe. Because even if a human being is not there, there is energy in your voice. There is a power in your voice. There is a vibration in your voice. And the universe will react to that. The universe will hear you. And the universe will send support and send help. But you need to believe that you will receive that help. You need to know that you are being heard at that moment. When you are saying, I do not feel loved in this moment. I do not feel understood. I feel like there is nobody on my side. Someone hear me. Someone support me. Someone help me so that I can pull myself out of this. There will be a response. To every action, there is a reaction. Energy works like that. And so that's the first thing that you can do to at least get the light at the end of the tunnel. All right, guys, so the video was cut into 2 parts because I couldn't finish it last time. So I'm finishing it this time and I'm uploading it. Really sorry about that, but let's get right back into it. So the technical definition for depression is to sink to a lower position, low spirits, excess of black bile. So in the medieval time, it was a physiology that was seen as cold and dry, causing melancholy and cowardice. And what do you guys do when you're feeling melancholic or sad or cowardice or the weather is down? You hide, you go under the covers, you isolate yourself, right? You're not adventurous, you're not in activity. You're literally in a reduction of activity, of quality, of amount or strength, which is part of the description of depression. Basically, it's a mood disorder marked by varying degrees of sadness, despair, and loneliness, typically accompanied by inactivity, guilt, loss of concentration, social withdrawal, sleep disturbance, and sometimes suicidal tendencies. So all of this, if you guys see, it attacks you on a mental level, on a spiritual level, and on a physical level. Okay, so physical level, it's the inactivity. Mental level, it's the mood disorder, your emotions. And spiritual level, it's the low spirits, right? So what you want to do is you want to create an environment, or you want to create a space where you go into that activity. And by reflecting, that's the easiest way to at least start some brain activity, start some reflection, start some energetic friction in your heart, in your mind, and it can motivate you to at least get out of bed, go for a walk, do something that just lights you up. If I had to be talking to my younger self, I would tell her, this is just one moment in your whole life. This is just one challenge in everything that you're going to face. And if you can overcome this, everything else in life becomes easier. What you want to achieve becomes easier. How you want to be loved becomes easier. How you want to be heard or understood becomes easier, because you're learning to know yourself better. And so you'll know how to have the boundaries so that other people can treat you how you treat yourself. Don't set this as your standard. Don't stay in bed all day, because that's not how you want to live your life. You want to have new adventures. You want to have new activities. You want to go out there and experience new things. You want to learn. You want to grow. You want to bloom, right? So you can't bloom if you're hiding in the room. You can't bloom if you're hiding behind Netflix. You can't bloom if you're hiding behind a video game. You can't bloom if you're hiding behind those low vibrational thoughts. You need to spark an activity. So anything, for me, it's like, what do you love to do? Think about when you were a child. Think about what you do with your family. Think about what you do with friends. Think about what you see on TV that inspires you, that excites you, what you hear that inspires you and excites you, what you listen to that excites you. Any one of those things can be that thread that gets you out of that melancholy. It can be that thread that gets you out of that mood. Food. Eat bright foods that make you feel alive, that make you feel light, that make you feel like, oh, I could dance right now. I have the energy to go on. Make sure that you have the energy to go on, and to have the energy to go on, you need to spark that activity within. And if you guys need help, like I always say, your girl I.Jessflo is here. If you don't have the funds to get a program, every Sunday for the next 2 months, I am doing a Light Up Your Soul workshop for free. For 1 hour, you can join, and I will teach you how to step into the fullness of your body, into your energy, into your mind, into your spirituality, and we can grow together. But the point is, you do not want to stay stuck in that inactivity. You do not want to stay stuck in that lack of strength. You need to work out your muscles, and that means showing up every time for yourself. Just show up for yourself. So I will see you next week, guys, in the next video.